Okay. I think we're set. Never fixed the issue, but made some attempts.
Ah, Clive. Have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
I come to bear some.
To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my. Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And with good reason, children. These are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with us. There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
I think that's where it crashed last.
Finally, a new dawn has broken.
It has.
No, we were a little
Thank
bit
you,
more.
Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates. After Kuka fell, Ultima came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
A couple
I
of
don't doubt
times.
that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
My knowledge is yours. Were you aware
That in many cities, bears are forbidden from having children. 'Tis believed the Aether used to bring a child into the world hastened the crystal's curse, lessening the mother's productivity. Such is the world we live in. Fortunately, Tet and Crow's parents were able to escape that world, if only for a brief
what
summer.
of the twins themselves?
Born in the hideaway, one touched by magic, the other spared its burden. Their minds are blissfully untainted by the poisonous rhetoric of priests and politicians. They'll grow up knowing there is no difference between man and bearer. And they will pass the truth on to their own children, and they to theirs, until the world we live in now is but a footnote in the annals of history.
Yes, change will come.
And though a magic which requires no crystal, and through a magic which requires no crystal to conjure, one that will endure long after the last mother crystal has fallen.
I have said it many times.
Hugo Kupka was a murderer, but he was also a thief who robbed us of our happiness, of our hope. And though I know it is wrong to revel in the death of another, we can solace in the fact that he will never steal anything from us ever again.
The story is ended.
Thank you, Clive.
Look around you.
I think I've already read this.
Still, why? I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. You wish to study the tomes?
One sec.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Do 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 do. I don't believe we have anything else. We have something at the Patron's Whisper.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kupka is dead.
You create
Hugo
stuff, I'm
Kupka's
curious.
dead, isn't he? We don't
Yeah.
have to live in fear of him anymore.
No. Do do do
Troops
do.
amassing at every border
Do
crossing.
better do 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 do.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon.
A token. Many claim they wish to change the world. Few actually take it upon themselves to do it. So you're an inspiration to Sol, a nameless patron.
You earned this.
Okay. I don't know how they gave me ability points, but honestly, wind-up's really good. I like that a lot, honestly. I really wish... Is it possible to make the shift something else? What am I using? That's really good. That's been okay, but I kind of want the Raging Fist. No, I cannot switch it. So if I want to keep that, or I could use it as a counter. I could try getting the ability and use a counter. I have enough to upgrade that too. Ignition doesn't look that good. And neither does that, unfortunately. Pile drive's decent. The Thunderbolt is as well. Was there anything here? No, I wish this was better. I shall instead... No. I'm gonna try Raging Fist. I'm also gonna upgrade Limit Break. Limit Break is maxed. That's good. Then I wanna upgrade Judgment Bolt. Gear. What do you got for me, Otto?
Since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something? Just spreading the word. So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed. No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news. Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him. You're right. I should. And I will. Well, when you do, Be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down in that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave. Very well. I'll suggest it.
Okay. Reports, and I have something at the reading table I should read. What have you got?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
For great justice. Go ahead and give it to me.
Good day to you.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
Ah, Clive. Your timing is exquisite, as always. I have a concern which you may be able to assist me with.
Go on.
There are whisperings afoot of shadowy figures having been sighted outside the village. Rustlings in the undergrowth, suspicious noises. My people fear that they are being watched. It may be no more than a surfeit of nerves, understandable in the current climate, or it may be the prelude to something altogether more dangerous. Given what I hope you'll forgive me calling your nose for trouble, I wondered if you might investigate.
Of course.
Excellent. You might begin by speaking with the good citizens of Lostwing. Listen to their tales, and make what you will of them.
All right. I will. Right. Let's see what the people of the village have to say. I better find out if this is just nerves, or something we need to take more seriously.
Okay. What have you got for me?
You alright, Sid? Something on your mind?
There is actually. Can I ask you something? Quentin tells me people have mentioned shadowy figures out in the woods. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Oh, that. No, sorry, can't help you. I heard the rumours, mind, from the lads working over at the vineyard, but none of them have seen anything either.
All right. Thanks anyway.
The crystals we get from the tailor all but worthless.
Do you have a moment? There's talk of suspicious figures in the woods. Have you seen anything out of the ordinary?
No, but I've heard something. Sound of scraping metal, like someone sharpening a sword.
Where was this?
In Lorbert's Pass. Was out foraging for herbs when I heard it, screeching out from between the trees. Ran back here as quick as my legs would carry me, and I ain't been back since.
I see. I'll look into it. Thank you. Seems Lorbert's Pass is our best bet then. What do you say, Torgal? Shall we go and investigate?
I'd agree.
This is no time to write. Good girl.
Yeah!
Darn.
You there?
Fuck! He's seen us. Get them before they escape!
Black Shields. Here. The hell are you doing here?
What is it to you? Not that we give a damn.
Oh. Go on, throw an attack. Really smite him. Another level up. How nice.
Why were they here? Were they planning an attack on Lost Wing? I need to warn Quentin.
Problem is I lose my heavy damage with that. But no, I think I'm gonna switch Raging Fish back to Earth and Fury.
Clive, how goes the hunt for our sinister figures?
I found some black shields hiding near Lorbert's Pass. They're gone now.
Black Shields. The Empress's former bloodhounds, though they serve another master now. One who means to root out and destroy both me and those I care for. And it would appear the pack has finally caught the scent of its prey. Damn it all. I had hoped I would have more time than this. More time to prepare. But if we are cornered, we have no choice but to bite back. And bite back we shall.
I'm sorry. You're going to need to explain. Who did the Black Shield serve now? And why would that person want you dead?
Because I want him dead.
Who?
The former Lord Chief Justice of Sanbreque. All that I have built here is for him.
I don't understand. Why him? Why Lost Wing?
I suppose it is better that you know the truth. I was a member of the judiciary once. So sickened was I by the injustice of this world, I swore to fight it. And fight it I did in my own small way. I saw more than a few corrupt officials condemned to the very cells into which they had thrown blameless innocents. Men to whom the law was but a scourge to turn against the powerless. And throughout, it was the Lord Chief Justice who backed me, who was my one true ally in the quest to see justice done.
So what changed?
I discovered that he hunted bearers for sport. I was a fool to think he shared my hatred of venality and vice. His support for me was no more than a facade, a means of ridding himself of his rivals, a mask to hide the rot beneath. I filed suit against him immediately. His response, however, was rather more visceral. He had my entire family slaughtered, and he faced no punishment whatsoever. I lost everything. My loved ones, my livelihood, my position, the faith I had once held that any modicum of justice might be achieved through the courts. So I set about enacting my own. I tracked down every soul who served him, and slit their throats myself. But the man himself proved an altogether more difficult target. With money and power come protection, and so I saw that I would need an army of my own. I came here to Lost Wing and began recruiting like-minded individuals.
Everyone here knows this is why you do what you do.
Of course. They too have lost loved ones to the bearer hunts. Seen faultless friends sent to the gallows to spare the guilty. All under the watchful eye of the Lord Chief Justice. Our wounds are the same. And our cause is the same. We are comrades. And our revenge is already in motion. We know where he hides, how numerous and well-trained his guard. What we did not know until now, however, was that his plans may already be in motion too.
Quentin.
Our time is short. He may move against us at any moment, unless we move against him first. My friends and comrades, it begins. Make ready for war.
Dang, didn't expect that to get so serious.
I'm not going to change his mind.
What can I interest you in today?
No, materials, please.
I hope it's to your liking. I trust it's all here. Ah, yes. I trust it's all here. You're always welcome here in Lostwing.
Thank you. We have a quest there. Anywhere else? No. Dollamil Inn.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from...
Gone, just like that. And without so much as a by your leave.
What's the matter?
It's my apprentice. He up and vanished while my back was turned. I'd go and look for him myself, but I've got a bakery to run. A bakery that's now short one pair of hands. Loath though I am to rely on the kindness of strangers, I'm at a loss. Please, will you see if you can find him?
Okay.
I'll see what I can do. Do you know where he might have gone?
I wouldn't be surprised if he was off somewhere mooning at Drake's Fang. He used to work there, you see. Poor fool left his heart in its hollow.
All right. Then that's where I'll start.
Darn. There's a shop there. It'd be faster if I went to the jaw. I see you can't head up there. No, hello.
Be safe.
Don't like that it's gone.
Excuse me.
What do you want?
The baker sent me to find you.
I am a sorry, selfish sod, aren't I? I'm certainly not a baker. Master must have ruled the day he took me in. Time was the sight of the Fang used to calm my nerves. But now look at her.
I take it you missed the Mother Crystal.
I hated her, but she was all I knew. Worked her mines for years. And when she shattered, part of me shattered with her. I had to trade my pickaxe for a rolling pin, but I'm no good at baking. Every loaf I touch collapses. My bread's as hollow as I am. She was the only thing that could fill the hole inside me. Oh, I loved her, damn it. But now she's gone. She's never coming back. What am I supposed to do? I ask her. How does a shell of a man learn to live again?
I would probably say that.
You could express yourself in your work. If you miss the Fang, maybe you could recapture it somehow.
Recapture it? I'm a baker, not a... You know, you might just be right. What a fool I've been! I have to get back to the bakery right away. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. You've opened my eyes.
Wait. Suppose you won't be needing an escort then.
Okay, that was a simple quest. That really didn't take very long, huh? Not at all.
Ah, there
Just
you
my
are.
mic a little.
The man who lit a fire under my wayward apprentice. Though I worry you might have stoked the flames a little too high. He damn near ran me down trying to get to my oven.
Master, it's ready. Behold the Drake's Balm. A truly unique creation.
I dare say it is.
Just look at it. A perfect likeness of the Fang herself. Her steeple peaks, her fulsome spurs, her inviting hollow. True, my loaves collapse more often than not, but what's the Fang without her crater? Why, no Fang at all.
Okay.
And look, inside. She's filled to bursting with a bounty of beautiful crystals. Salt crystals! Master, I have found my purpose. I must use my work here to preserve the memory of the Fang.
Well, if it tastes half as unique as it looks, I'd certainly say you're onto something. Not only is my apprentice back, but he's finally pulling his weight. With any luck, I might even have a new delicacy on my hands. I don't know how you did it, but you have my thanks.
No. No, I guess that's only when you level up, but that's fine. World map.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips. Hugo Kruger is dead.
He cracked the crystal too? Joking.
Desert Alliance, Sid II. I trust you'll forgive me for putting you and your dear uncle to the test. I'm confident that a man of your position can understand the importance of earning one's trust, especially in times like these. For what it's worth, you have earned mine, and I can assure you it shall not easily be relinquished. May this be the start of a fruitful relationship. No, not helpful. I should see what else was said. I didn't check the dialogue things.
How are you doing?
No, about gout.
Oh, same old.
Isn't it? Otto's got me reading through the reports coming in from our allies and picking out what the problems need dealing with now and what can be saved for later. It was still early days back in the old place, so I could just about handle the job myself. Save the world now, though. I need Dee's help to sift through it all. And that's just the sifting. Actually solving any of these problems is a whole other headache. The cost breakers take the urgent stuff, but we're still stuck waiting for volunteers to handle the rest. If you ever find yourself at a loose end, well, you know where to find me.
It was luck, and luck alone.
That saw me safely out of the hideaway that night. So many others didn't make it. I see them, you know, in my dreams sometimes. Although always tell them I'm sorry that I wasn't able to save them. I can tell them something different, that Kupka's dead, that you avenged them. Now I know what they'll say back to me, so let me say it for them.
Clive. You off then?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Off you go then.
I'm not sure there's a big point to going all the way back, but it's fine. Sentimentality and all that. Oh wait, that's how I get down.
If I don't come up with something soon.
All right, Clive? What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now.
Are you?
I've got to get this thermal displacement stack sorted.
Thermal...
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise.
Okay.
Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating, here, that channels hot vapors away from the engine. The helm over the top, that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides, that stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
Sounds like a lot.
Full suit of armor then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Not excited to do this, but that's fine.
Luckily, you don't need to.
Is there... Yeah, this is... There's a more sensical route, right? No? I guess it's up. How many chocobones were in the barn? Old Farmer Otto keeps his chocobos and antelopes. After 5 of his stock fell ill, he put them in the barn to rest. However, Otto woke the next morning to discover that a leg eater had found its way into the barn and devoured 3 of the limbs of one of his antelopes. To make certain all remaining legs were accounted for, he did a tally and was satisfied when he counted 13. How many chocobos were in the barn? Interesting.
I went up to give some greens to the chocobo.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Another
Out
one.
with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Thermoplating designs. Here you go.
Krieger's teats. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavin-Otto in here, will ya?
All right.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, has she? Typical. Still, if that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this plating. The usual saw grade steel won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Valcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand coat in the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, and we can get this over with.
Do I already have it?
You going after the Stardust then, are you? Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
We'll bring Otto.
Otto, you're with me.
All right then. Where do we find this Stardust, and how will we know it when we see it?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Valcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
And I'm guessing you'll be needing sack loads of the stuff. Might be worth hiring porters in the Dalimil Inn. I'll head down there. See about finding us a wagon.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
Yous two take care, eh? I'll go and see this supplier.
Just don't let that bastard fleece you, eh?
He wouldn't do that. He's Blackthorn's mate. Isn't he?
Best of luck.
It sounds like he's gonna get, like, robbed. That's... Get ourselves over there, shall we?
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Otto?
Yeah!
See him.
Otto, sorry I'm late.
Oh, Clive. I had a quick scout about, and I reckon this area's our best bet. Seems Blackthorn's the only one who thinks smithing with his Stardust stuff's a good idea. It's just lying here, waiting for any old fool to fill his boots.
But unlike any old fool, you thought to bring a wagon.
Well spotted. Now get filling.
Okay.
This is stardust. It just looks like black sand to me.
Oh, it washes up higher too? How's it get up here? That makes no sense. I don't even see the black of the black sand. No, well, hold up then. There it is.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Otto's getting on.
How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Here you go, buddy. Take it all.
More than me. Put it all together and I can't see Blackthorn complaining. Much. Here, Clive. Do you fancy a walk? Sid would be proud.
Of what?
Of you, you idiot. The way you've carried on what he started. When we first met, I had you down as a spoiled little puppy who enjoyed nothing more than biting the hand that fed you. But 5 years on, you're the one doing the feeding. So thanks for proving me wrong.
You weren't wrong. But I changed. Thanks to Sid. And thanks to you. When I suggested taking on his name, you were the first to back me. And if you hadn't, no one else would have. I couldn't have done any of this without you, Otto.
Don't give over. You're making me blush. All I did was choose hope over despair. I gave you a chance, yes, but you're the one who took it. You took a rabble of homeless, hopeless outcasts and put them back on their feet. Gave them something worth fighting for, just like the old Sid did. About time I was heading back, I reckon. All this scrabbling about in the sand's taken its toll on the old pins.
I'll see you back at the hideaway then. You can take a well-earned rest when you get there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. But I'll make sure Blackthorn gets his precious black sand before I put my feet up. He'll only moan otherwise.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Back I go.
Blackthorn, got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
Nice to get out and about for once. Let's do it again sometime, eh?
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Okay.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Okay. That makes things easier.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
Great, you actually meant doing all these.
What's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Okay.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we
She sounds
to rely
confused.
on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Okay.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
I'm not huge on the fetch questy nature. I can get no thing from the Patient's Whisper.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystal's curse. But if we are to survive the coming storms, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you've shown us, a friend in Northreach.
You earned this.
Thank you.
Come again. I may have.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
I guess they're preparing for battle.
If you're ready, we leave at once.
We have to head up, I think. Unless, no, it's gotta be this path. It can't not be, right? No, it's up. Yeah, this is it.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia.
There we go.
Thanks, girl.
Okay. There.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Singular creature. What are we dealing with?
Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I don't know how to avoid that. Woo! My bad. Darn. Well, you're... I messed up my thing. Oh well. Oof. I mistimed. You weren't wrong about it being a lot more dangerous. Not that it was enough of a threat to concern me.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
What was that? I don't like her.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
I have to remove the bot's comment. I should have the chat back. Oh my, I wish you'd say different stuff at least.
Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
This really feels like filler.
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Okay.
Right away.
We're seeing troops amassing in it.
Harpocrates, do you have a moment?
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for Mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
We'll give her her design. Sounds good.
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? And what are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obolus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
Okay.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom.
Oh, if this option wasn't more obvious.
So, Clive, have you made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Of course, Jill.
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me there when you're ready.
I will. Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
I feel like that was a pretty obvious decision, though. Hit G instead of H. Everything's up northeast. I guess there's one southwest.
No. Where's Jill?
Do you see anything you like?
No. I do not.
An excellent choice. You've a keen eye. An excellent choice.
I'd like to add the songs. I can't listen to them anyways, though, so it's not like it makes much of a difference.
If you need me.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stalls, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How
Pepio
about
nuts?
you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic. I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Oh. Oh.
Up! You'll not find a bruised fresh cuts. Come and get them before
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine. Ah, yes.
Keep
Okay.
fighting the good fight.
I missed that
Can I
statement
interest
about the
you in
garlic. Hold
today?
up. Alimentary alliums are a hallmark of classical Sambrec cuisine. Sambrecese cuisine. So much so that it is a tradition for the emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm castle kitchens. The so-called Garlic Knight among
You're
them.
always welcome here in Lostwing.
I like that. I saw the knight and I was interested.
How the hell is anyone's...
What do you want?
Okay. Prized by
Take it.
Chocobo Breeders.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Here you go.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Perfect. Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Doesn't look like we're walking.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... ah.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Why would it be?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
It crashed? It hasn't even been 2 hours yet. I can't believe that.
Time to fight.
Time to run. Well, it's probably faster to fight. Yeah. That would have been nice to just travel back there. But it wasn't a bad spot.
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew. How's work on the shielding progressing, Hippocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, it will merely be a matter of applying the one to the other, followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Do I have enough to upgrade?
Well, I'd better go and give Mid the good news then.
First of all, I do. You can upgrade it again? Nice. So what happens if I upgraded this again then? Just a larger portion? No, actually I'd have to upgrade it to see what the next is, my bad. Need to remember that sort of thing, but I'll upgrade that again. I think that'd be worth upgrading.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Okay.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Yeah.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference.
She didn't look happy about that.
Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way!
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's finished! It's finally finished!
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Okay.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
They told me she was building a ship.
Okay. New missives. What's the plus next to it mean? Weird science. Looks like we got more stuff. You got stuff for me too? No. You?
Clive! Quick look. Think you can help?
Not been my favorite time.
Well, that's it. Here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother.
if you've a mind to.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
Okay.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. Alright. Why not?
Proper job!
So what exactly do you need for this filter?
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did a bit of reading about where I might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame isn't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
Alright.
Don't like you either. Your voice bothers me.
And a good hunting, eh?
Isn't this one I already did? Didn't I fight a bomb king? Might just look it up. Let's see what this other thing is.
I went up to give some breeze to the...
He cracked the crystal too. You're joking.
Off the road. I was thumbing around the hideaways ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention, maybe. And by that, I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Okay.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
So then I write about the hound ears. When it pleases your lordship, come pay a visit at the toll.
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the drop of his jowls lately, so I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather what was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me, the edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realised he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah, not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome. And we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Need to go talk to her anyway.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at 'em. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Okay.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Okay.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. as to where one might find a suitable substitute. Some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Okay. Let's gather up a handful of the quests.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
It told me she was building a ship.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. 0, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's going to take some time, and I'm going to need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How do you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Okay. No, I might need to look at it so that way it spawns. Oh, bomb sightings. The Croc of Sambrek. That isn't Sambrek, right? It is Sambrek. So then we'll work left. Yeah, Dalamil there, so. And this, or that's Rosaria. I had my places mixed. For some reason I mixed up, crap. Dalmek and, Sambrek. This way here, I suppose.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
Yeah. You. Listen. I've got this theory. The fallen. I don't think they all fell. Some of them are still living among us. You could be one of them.
Welcome. If you're hoping for a bed, I'm afraid you'll have to look elsewhere. One of our wealthy managers.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's
Never heard that, but okay.
Dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Should probably... yeah. Up there. It's about just as fast to run there myself as it is to teleport and run from that location. Yeah, this is the right way. don't have Torgal with me, do I? I do. Oh wait, my bad. The markers are not right click. Different game. I'm assuming the new mission after the bombs one is going to bump up our healing efficiency. Hopefully, at least. Hello, fellas. Would you perchance be willing?
We've got company.
Well then.
Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
I missed the timing. Oh. He's in danger now. Yep. A lot of danger. He wasn't ready for that. Not in the slightest.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does.
Ah,
Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke.
You try to scare me?
Stroke only. They crack.
No, I clicked the wrong channel.
Did you actually?
To it, really.
No.
Such an edge.
You came in loud, which is why I thought you were trying to scare me.
Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them
Nah,
ranging
it's
from the
just,
coarse to the fine.
teasing ya.
10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more.
What are you up to?
That's good.
But it is the final stone which
nothing.
lends the blade its legendary sharpness.
Play a little bit of Siege with the
mineral
boys, but
quite
we were being too
foreign
loud, so I got a
to this
headache.
great
I
realm
went and
of
laid down
ours.
for like half an hour.
Is the key.
Siege. I wish I enjoyed that game.
Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little
Well,
lecture is hardly equal
I have
to
like
services
20
rendered.
friends that, like literally
Take
20
this,
friends that play it, so
together with
it's,
my regard.
I always have
The very
at least a
stone
4
of which I
stack.
spoke, far
Hmm.
rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting.
Yeah, like
payment.
right now,
Thank you.
there's 4 people in there.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is.
Final Fantasy
locked in
15
bitter
or 15,
competition with a
16
rival
is
collector of
losing
curiosities.
a little bit of my favor between the crashing and some of these fetch quests.
But he is hard at my heels.
It's
Many
crashing.
other collectors out there.
Yeah, it gives me a weird crash error that I never
Too many to
see
count.
with any other game, and a lot of the things that I've tried haven't fixed it.
Lord
It is a new
Byron
game.
Rosfield.
It is.
Perennial thorn in my side.
But a lot of the stuff I'm also seeing also kind of hints that it might just be that the game is not ported to PC that well.
I've noticed, like, so people have like a really good graphics card, but I feel like some games are just not compatible with certain graphics cards.
For your assistance.
Coming,
my
it's
lordship.
possible.
I'll be right there.
I won't get the next generation of graphics card because it uses AI to generate frames rather than actually generating frames. Like, don't get me wrong, it still generates frames, but like,
To find such an interesting
I think it's
rival.
now like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 frames for the next set of graphics cards. Is like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Doesn't sound good to me. Let's move on to the next side quest. But yeah, the main quest in this was like, go here and gather like sand. Go here and gather like stuff from the market. It's like, gosh darn, you're killing me here.
It's funny you say sand. That's my buddy's username I was just playing with. Sand.
But I think the gameplay is fun. It's just some of the quests in this session so far have just not
Clive,
been it.
we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting
I
to be
forced
here.
Logan to beat the Ender Dragon.
It seems we still
I've
owe
never
you a
beaten the Ender Dragon.
considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts.
Alright,
Now, I
well,
doubt
me and you are
it's
gonna have
what
to
you
start
were
a new
expecting.
world, and we gotta beat the Ender Dragon.
We were hoping you'd take
Your life hasn't been completed until you beat the Ender Dragon.
I see. I won't be opposed to doing that.
And like,
Star Ruby,
we don't like.
I can't accept this.
You don't have to
It's worth at least
speedrun
twice
it,
what
but
you owe me. More
I
if you can
can
find yourself the right
get it
buyer.
done pretty quick.
Think of the difference as interest.
My personal
Interest?
best,
If word got out,
It's
I
about a
charged
2-hour
that much, no
speedrun.
one would ever borrow from me again.
which is honestly
Anyway,
kind of slow
why
compared
are you
to
the one here asking me
actual
about
speedrunners.
this? I'd have expected Arthur.
But what
Not
happened
much
was
sending the Lord Market
I fell
sent
into
me jets in it.
a ravine
Old
right
goat
at the
working
start of the
himself
game,
to
and there
death
was
again.
diamonds and lava
Something
and
like that.
water right there.
Most days I think he's
So
the
I
only
was in
reason
the
I
nether
was
in
still
like the first
standing.
10 minutes of the game.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing
Then
but
I
a
got a
twinkle
good
in the eye
spot
of a
with another
recently
fortress,
retired Lord
and I was like,
Commander.
you know
Word
what,
is he
I'm
was
just
the
gonna
first
try and
one Sid
speedrun
reached
it.
out to.
So I did.
Probably knew that without his strong arm and
I think
level
I've only
head,
been to the
idea
end
would never get off the ground.
once
Sid may have been the face
legitimately.
of the hideaway, but Otto's
But you
always
didn't
been
beat
the
the Ender
backbone.
Dragon?
And when Sid passed away, we were
No,
all
I didn't have the
at the
gear.
end of it. That Otto would
So-
just give up.
Killed you.
His death was hard on everyone.
No, it didn't kill me.
But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
I just didn't
Then
have
what
the gear.
happened?
Give up, did he?
I
Quite the opposite,
closed the
in
game
fact.
at the time. I didn't
If
finish
I
it.
recall, he was the one who nominated
You
you.
just got
He
alone
was
and never
trying
went
to
back.
best around you.
No, I never went
But I
back.
reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we
All you need is a
Doesn't hurt
bed.
that you're half as stubborn
The
and
bed?
twice as handsome neither.
Yeah, I
That
beat it
and
with
you keep
no
cooking.
armor
How does
one
a
time,
bed
use
help
bed.
you?
If you try and
Suppose
sleep
I
in
do.
the end, it explodes.
But don't you need to take out the like gems or whatever it is that heals the thing?
Yeah, the bed does an incredible amount of damage though.
I see. Yeah, I didn't have the resources to take out the crystals. So it didn't kill me, but I didn't kill it.
You just need a bow.
Yeah, I didn't have a bow. I didn't like bows.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah, no, me and Logan got trolled. We
How
went
so?
we went to a dungeon location, and we couldn't find it. We only had to dig 3 more blocks deeper, and we would have found it.
That's
we gave
funny.
up. We went and found a new one. We actually found it. We searched the whole thing for like an hour, and we couldn't find the end portal. So we gave up. We went back to try and find the original one, and we found it. We found the end portal in like a minute. There's this room that it's like I don't know. It's like a main room, but once I see it, I know the end portal is near. I never seen that room in the other dungeon, and went through so many rooms.
This sounds like a skill issue. Now I'm messing.
In Bedrock, there's a legit bug where if a dungeon spawns like in between 2 biomes, especially if it's like an ocean biome and another biome.
I've never used an elytra. I don't even know how you obtain them. Oh. You what?
You have to beat the Ender Dragon. Yeah, you find them in ends.
To me, boy. To me, boy.
I got hit from behind.
The hardest part is finding the Nether Fortress.
Nether Fortress.
Once we find the Nether Fortress, the rest is easy.
I don't think I know what that is.
Enough.
It's the thing where you get blazes from.
Oh, Nether Fortress. I thought you said End Fortress. Sorry.
No, there's end cities, and those
End
have
cities.
villages.
Okay.
And
I'm not
shulkers.
familiar with what an end city is. Or a shulker.
Will it be enough?
Shulkers, it's like this. I think it's like a fish almost that sits inside a box. The box opens, it shoots this thing at you, and when it hits you, it just makes you float.
That sounds annoying.
You continuously go up, but they're usually inside, so you can just like
a big
stick
puppy
to the
on you.
ceiling. But yeah,
A very big puppy.
if you happen to get hit by one and you're outside the building, you might just splat.
You can take that with you, Toggle. Lady Karen will be delighted that you've got your appetite
Can you
back.
not
Come on, boy.
water bucket to
Drink.
save yourself?
I mean, you probably could. I honestly just stay in the buildings.
Or
Or
you
drink
could
milk.
Or you could also have boots with feather fall.
Yeah, which I always do.
I'm gonna say that sounds
A lot of
equally
times-
easy.
A lot of times I use the shulkers to my advantage because the end cities are usually really tall,
Mm.
and the the best loot's at the top.
Mm.
So I'll just float up to the top and then get stuck on something right before I get to the top.
Want to see.
Yeah, I haven't.
And-
I
What can I do without
I don't think I've been in the end since they added end cities.
Milady.
And
I come
the
bearing
shulker, you can make
Whatever
these
is the
shulker
occasion.
boxes.
Okay.
Which I forget what they do. They're almost like a type of chest.
Okay.
I can't remember. I think it's like a chest you can put in your inventory.
You really have outdone yourself.
I don't know. I'll just
Otto
search it
asked
up.
me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's dead with the veil.
Hmm.
And to
compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what I just
I'd
told
like to do
you.
the same.
The chest that you can put in your inventory.
For my sake.
Yeah, portable.
And I'm assuming not lose your
us.
items like when you normally break a
done.
chest.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Is rather fancy.
Yeah, and it has 27 slots. So, like, it can be very useful.
Very well.
I guess if you needed to transport a large supply of
Otto is
items.
lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Oh, I just punched the side of my head.
Long ago. Yes.
You find that funny?
Sid told me Otto lost
Oh,
him when
you'll
he
be
was just a
happy to
boy,
hear
and blamed
Tori
himself
has
for not being
relinquished
able to
her
stop it.
Sundays.
I don't know
We now
how it
hang on
happened,
Mondays.
whether there was anything he could have done.
Dang. What is
But it was
your other
clear
friend
that it
gonna
weighed
think?
heavily on him.
My other friend?
Thought Monday was for
How could
somebody
you
else.
have? I doubt anyone did.
Oh, yeah, Monday was for
Besides
James,
Sid,
which James now
I've
takes
never met a man more
midday
keen to bear
Mondays,
his
so you
sorrows
can
in
have
stoic silence.
other times.
Even though they've
Midday
always been
Mondays.
surrounded by friends desperate to help
Midday
them.
Monday. Sometimes earlier if he gets on earlier, but he only usually plays for like 2 hours, so. And I still hang with
Not much of a
Tori.
gamer.
We want to know the stones were delivered.
No, I don't know if he classify himself as one. But he, at the bare minimum, I still hang with like Tori later. Later in the evening, usually for dinner. But this way she can sleep in because she works night shifts. I need to look up where this King Bomb hunt is because I'm not wasting time searching when the game crashes after an hour or two. Weird science. Whew. But yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to playing and fighting the Ender Dragon. I haven't fought like any of the bosses. I've never fought what's the one that you can make with like the 3 black skeleton heads?
Wither.
The Wither. I've never fought the Wither.
That one is so funny. On Java, it's like a plushie toy, and then on Bedrock, it's like just a monster.
Yeah.
People use it to find netherite.
That's funny.
Do you even know what netherite is?
I know what netherite is. I know where it is because the name kind of gives it away. I don't know how to obtain it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I've only ever made a full set of netherite armor once. It's not worth it.
I also know it's lava proof.
Yep, that's the only reason why it's better than diamond armor and the durability. But the
it's more
armor
durable.
stats is the same.
The armor stats the same.
Yeah.
Sounds like something to do if you have excess time, but not really something to go out of the way for.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to get 4 ancient debris, burn it or something like not burn it. I don't know. And then you make scraps, and then you need like 9 scraps to make 1 ingot. But I think you only need 1 ingot to make the armor because you put it on diamond armor. So I don't know.
So
They changed it.
It's like a metal that coats diamond armor, then. Is basically how they made it. It doesn't sound that bad to get, then.
Well, finding ancient debris is hard. So you need to find 4 times 36. You have to find like 128 pieces of ancient debris, and it's like super hard to find.
What? 100? Oh my god.
Ready, go?
That sounds incredibly tedious and not worth it. I retract my statement.
Hold on, I think they changed it. Okay, yeah, they changed it.
Okay.
Now you only need 4 ingots and 16 gold ingots, and then you have to have a smithing template, which you find in another bastion. And then you have to have, yeah, and then you have to have full diamond armor, and then you have to have a smithing table.
A smithing table?
Yeah, which is a job block for a villager.
What?
Yeah, villagers have jobs.
Since when?
A long time.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, no, I always make villages now. I'll go and like kidnap villagers, 2 villagers from a different village, and then start my own.
That's weird.
Yeah, they got all sorts of jobs, like just about anything you can think of.
I haven't played Minecraft in too long.
So yeah, you only need to find 16 ancient debris. That's not bad, but like it still takes forever to find.
Your Majesty.
Oh, I missed the time for dodging. It's rarer than diamond. It's standing in fire. I can't do much about that. No, Torgal!
There's a 10% chance of finding a smithing template in the bastion, which you're probably going to be searching for half an hour to find. When I made netherite armor, templates were a thing.
I don't even think I'm familiar with bastions.
There's like 5 different structures that spawn in the nether now.
I think the last time I played the Nether Fortress was the only thing.
It's really the only one more problem.
What
and
the
they're
heck am I
more
fighting?
dangerous.
They're more dangerous. Ooh. No, I'd kind of expect that. The Bastion sounds like it's harder to break into. Jesus.
Yeah, there's piglins, but they're not zombies. If you wear gold armor, they won't attack you. But there's these pigs at the Bastion that are like brutes, and they do damage.
Oh my god, speaking of damage.
Yeah, the Nether is like an ecosystem now. Like there's so many different biomes, like trees and stuff now. So like, you can actually make a house in the Nether.
I missed time, or I messed it up. Oh!
I've always wanted to make a base in the Nether, but like all my friends that I play with, they really hate the Nether.
I'm not surprised.
They hate the magma cubes.
They hate the magma cubes? That's the reason they hate the Nether?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. You'll understand.
Of all things to hate the Nether for, that's the one.
There's this biome, I don't know what it's called, but it's got a lot of lava in it, and the blocks are like a dark gray, and there's black blocks and stuff. And these magma cubes spawn by the hundreds.
That should do it.
And it's not even that they like kill you by hitting you. They kill you by pushing you in lava and just like Goomba stomping you down, like 20 of them. And you can't get out of the lava. And then they're the only mob in the game that after you kill them, they can still hit you until their body's fully despawned.
That's the stuff.
Weird. That's a weird mechanic.
You'll kill them, and then you'll be try to run through them to get away, and then you'll just get hit by them back into the other ones.
Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Oh, I really want to make a house in the Enderman biome in the Nether.
But do you use materials from those regions?
Yeah, I could, like, so there's trees that spawn in that, like, with a blue wood, and then there's also a crimson biome kind of thing that's got a red wood.
Just like the chief said it would.
But,
Very impressive.
Oh, there's one block I'm trying to think of, but I'm having a brain fart.
Speaking of which, I still haven't returned a favor.
I don't know.
There's no need.
But yesterday I
But it
played a
will do
little
for
bit
the
of
hideaway is reward
Minecraft
enough.
by myself, and
Don't
I
be silly.
went into
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
a monument.
The one you
I
keep your potions in.
Played Lego with, or Lego Star Wars
What
with
kind of magic?
Michael for a bit,
Lucky
and
son
then
of a bitch.
finished
We happen to have
applying
isolated a
to a
substance
job.
in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon
Yeah,
will
I
make
defeated
even
the
toughest
Elder
leather
Guardians and
supple as anything.
raided the
Thought we might use it to
monument.
breathe new life into old boots and the like.
You're speaking a lot of stuff I don't
Gil.
know.
I reckon if we slap
So
it on your
a
back,
monument is
it'll
like
loosen
an
up
underwater
enough for you to
pyramid,
squeeze in a bottle or two
Okay.
more.
and there's these like fish that are like they look like puffer fish,
That's the spirit.
and
Okay.
they don't swim up to you and hit you. They stare at you, and like a laser beam comes out of them. But there'll be
Interesting.
3 Elder Guardians, and you have to kill all 3 of them. And while the Elder Guardians are alive, you can't break blocks, so you actually have to traverse through the pyramid, and it's like a maze in there.
It certainly feels
Interesting.
I ha-
And it's underwater?
flexible.
Yeah, it's underwater.
Right? Told you.
I had 3 water breathing potions, and they each give 8 minutes at a time.
No. Thank
And
you.
it took me the full 2 potions to do it all.
We'd never have been able to
And then I was
discover wonders
panicking
like
because
that
I
stuff
couldn't
over
find my
your
way
bag.
out, and I still couldn't break anything.
There's
But right
plenty more
before
where
my
that came
potion
from.
ran out, the debuff went away, and I just broke straight up and swam up to the top.
So he gave me a treated potion satchel. That's good.
What's weird is this is probably the first world since the village update that I didn't have a village raid occur.
The village raid?
Yeah. Yeah, there's these other humans called pillagers.
I'm familiar with them because of Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah, there's a guy with an axe, and I think they're called Vindicator or something, and they do a lot of damage. And there's crossbow guys, which don't do as much damage, but they're kind of annoying because they can hit you from range. And then
Yeah.
there's like wizard guys.
Wizard guys? Evokers?
Yeah, evokers. Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
I didn't know they were in
Still
base
alive, I see.
Minecraft.
So Lady Karen accepted the
Yep.
ruby.
Yeah, they are. I kind of forget what they do though.
I tried my best.
I don't fully remember. It's been a while since I played Minecraft Dungeons.
Threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me.
Oh, and then there's
Stick
the
to my
Ravenger
stupid
as
stone
well, which
where
is
the
like
sun
a
don't shine.
big
Karen
bull-like
refused
thing
payment.
that sometimes the crossbow
wasn't
guys
on
will
my
ride.
side.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
I think they do like 8 hearts of damage if you have no
You
armor.
have better luck than I did.
You have what, 10 hearts? standard?
Yep.
Gonna say I don't quite remember. It's been a long time since I really played Minecraft. The last update I really played was when they added horses.
Brother, I was still a kid when they added horses.
Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
Yeah, there's a new cave update.
I don't recall lending any of you like me
I'm not the biggest fan of.
I may,
And then
if
there's
trust the
another
talent
boss
or two
called the
with me
Warden,
underrated
which is
coffers.
pretty much unbeatable.
But those were donations. And you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
I think it has something like 5,000 hearts.
But one good turn deserves
And it
another.
like basically two-shots you with
Circumstances have
diamond armor.
changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper.
But I can't see, I can only hear.
Oh, so you're a
Hmm.
prince now, are you?
Unfamiliar with it.
But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Let's give
The
them
Warden has... Oh, my bad. 250 hearts.
That still sounds like a lot to deal with.
A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might
Just
claim
500
it was nicked
hit
from
points.
the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice
And I think
as
your diamond
much.
sword does 9.
Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even
But you'd have to
know
hit
it.
him 50 times.
Fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed
Does he drop
by a
anything
gale
good?
in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
Yeah, he drops
Just
something.
be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
It's,
I hear you
It's
ended
kind
up
of just a...
delivering all 3 stuff.
There's no information on the block. It's kind of just a
Thanks to
block
this
that
lump. I sometimes wonder
you
what
get
I pay
for
you
looks, I guess.
Speaking of which,
So it's bragging rights.
Pretty much.
I still haven't been paid.
Well, because
last
here's the
month's
thing.
wages.
Oh.
Even if
So
you
remember
like
what's owed to you then.
cage him,
Your ass beyond that disc of yours
he
and
can
don't get
shoot
up before
through
those edges are
blocks,
square.
like up to like 30 blocks away. So
Through
the only way to,
blocks.
yeah, literally through blocks. So the only way to beat him
seen that
is
before.
build like 70 blocks above him and shoot down on him.
It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit or because the filthy.
And then on
son
top of
couldn't
that,
be
he
bothered to find
heals
a
at
clean
an
one.
incredible rate. So it's
I knew so little about
it's
him.
just yeah.
Like most people.
This sounds tedious and not
After the
worth
day,
fighting.
Both seem to have fond memories of
I've
him.
never killed him.
But they do.
Only boss
How
never
long did you
killed.
know Sid before he? Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to, oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties.
And I think he can smell you too, because one time he got really close to me and he just started attacking me even though I wasn't
Me and
moving.
Sid stayed close,
Did he touch you?
promising we'd one day sail the seas
No.
again.
He was about 11 blocks away.
That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack. Couldn't you and your family have? My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him.
And the warden will kill
Forget
any
what
mob.
I felt.
Hmm.
I couldn't for the life of me
Interesting.
understand how they could.
And you can't burn him.
Sid was of the same mind.
Does he get poisoned?
It was him who stood beside me when
No.
all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left.
And
in
if
my
you try
heart.
and block him with a shield, he insta breaks it.
He swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word.
You're
too.
supposed to sneak around the
Left
ancient
the Royal
city
Army
and
once and
not
for all.
alert him.
I see.
Thanks. His ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had.
Apparently, the warden doesn't track down the closest target. It tracks down the person that's made it the most angry.
I'd follow that man
Interesting.
to the ends of the earth.
Oh, we're getting a scene with Sid again.
He was always too clever for his own good.
Is there any Minecraft bosses
Saw
I'm
the world
forgetting
for what it
about?
really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone.
Doesn't look like it.
But he didn't let it stop him.
Hmm.
He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right
I
behind
kind of
him.
want to go for like
Ready to catch the
something
stubborn sod
completely like
if ever he should
way different than what I usually do.
What's way
I
different?
want to complete.
even do
When we start this playthrough, I want to like do something that I've never done before.
What haven't you done before?
Just the rampage.
Well, I just want to like use materials that I never use, try a different play style, like stuff like that.
I'll tidy it up.
So I always build a house out of oak wood and cobblestone, and then I always use a sword. I might
You
be
gonna
a
switch it to a
trident kind
bow?
of guy, or a crossbow.
Crossbow. I didn't know they had those.
Yeah, it's what the pillagers carry.
I may be
And they have their own unique enchanting.
Mm.
But like there's these zombies in the water called drowned. And sometimes they carry tridents. And you can get these enchantments for tridents called loyalty, which makes it to when you throw the trident at somebody, it comes back to you.
Mm.
Sid was right.
That's
I've
nice.
never tried to build like that, but the trident does so much damage, like just a ridiculous amount.
He should have bloody well said so then.
But I've never really used the crossbow much. I've always used the regular bow.
But then, why would he? Him or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off.
Or maybe I'll do an axe build.
I'll probably just use a sword.
Both of you.
Axes
And
are
bow.
good
Never just me
because they have
keeping the
high
hideaway
knockback.
afloat. It was all of us.
But on Bedrock, that can actually hinder you because skeletons
I
are
just shove
OP.
people in the right direction.
Why are they OP in Bedrock?
Don't seem to be able to do that anymore.
They just don't miss.
They just don't miss.
They do, but they're a lot harder to dodge, and for some reason they shoot faster.
Would you rather go where
Bedrock is just notoriously known to be the harder version
Maybe
of
I've got a
Minecraft.
few more years
Hmm.
left in me.
There's more mobs.
There's more mobs on Bedrock?
I'm going to hold you to that, aren't
Yeah.
What's in Bedrock that isn't in Java?
Before you go,
Like, well, I didn't mean it that way, but technically I did mean it that way. So what I meant was more mobs spawn. Like, but it is also true that there is more mobs on Bedrock than there is on Java because, for whatever reason, some Java mobs don't have baby models.
Mm.
But, like, I'm trying to think which ones don't. Like, there's no baby turtles in Java edition, but there is in Bedrock.
I didn't even know turtles were a thing.
Yeah. Basically, there's a lot of animals that you can't breed, and they have babies in Bedrock edition, but not Java.
I see.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Got a new
Here's
item.
everything we've received and everything promised.
The goddess Gregor teaches us that to walk with the wretched is an act of greater good. If we are to accept this truth, then one could not rightly call he who follows this path an outlaw. A humble servant. Thank you. Cleric medallion. So probably stronger potions.
And for whatever reason, the bosses have twice as much health in the Bedrock edition.
That's weird. I wonder why they do such changes.
Unlike Java edition, there's no speed
I
healing.
noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk.
Speed
did ya?
healing?
Yeah. I don't really know what that is. I don't know. I've always liked Bedrock more because it's easier to play with friends.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Minecraft alone, so
Leftovers weren't good enough, eh?
I've
Well,
played a lot of
seems me for
Java.
treating you like you're still a pup. All right. No need to shout. Now we know what you're after.
Not only
See
does
that
the
gets
Wither have 600 hit points
I brought one for later.
on Bedrock edition, it does 30 damage instead of 20.
Hmm.
Like, what the hell?
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
And then the protection enchantment in Java edition also protects against blast protection, but in Bedrock it doesn't.
I wonder why they make changes like that.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction.
And then for whatever
gonna be very
reason,
happy how
Bedrock
this is.
apparently has better performance.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah.
And it has
Reminds
more
me.
features.
After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke
Yeah,
up
I don't know.
within him.
Precisely that.
Just
A
Minecraft
reasonable
things,
conclusion,
you know.
I thought. But one which
I
raised
suppose.
certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We
This
are
dude just
fortunate
casually
indeed
picks
to be
up a
able to
giant
count him
water
amongst our
bug,
allies
and he doesn't even
and
know what
not
it
our
is.
adversaries.
What's a water bug?
They're called giant water bugs, and they're like these beetles.
He's a friend.
And they fly, but like they're huge. Like I'm talking, I don't know, like 8 inches long,
Okay.
4 inches wide, and they have these huge pinchers that are like 2 inches long, and when they bite stuff, like other little bugs, it puts them into paralysis. So if they bite you, it doesn't really do much, but it really hurts.
Sorry for the wait. But hopefully
And
it'll be
like
was
their
worth it.
bite is so hard that it can literally leave a permanent hole in your skin.
Permanent, damn.
Yeah, like it'll make a crater in your skin.
That's wild.
A whetstone. Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
Yeah, they like inject venom in their prey,
One hit and all done, eh?
and then they just like suck their blood like a mosquito, and like they literally suck all the nutrients out of them.
Would be your last, no matter how good you
And then they just leave their exoskeleton.
Is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind
How
of steel,
big is a
I
toe
could probably
biter?
even make a twin of the blade that rattle me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers would know how to
around
wield
6
properly,
inches
and
long.
that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just...
They're apparently
yourself
one of
too
the
hard.
biggest insects in the world.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
Hopefully I get a new sword now. I could make Excalibur. So what are you doing right now, Logan?
Honestly, probably about to play the Hunter. I'm bored.
Clive?
That or Minecraft.
Did I get a text?
Keep sending a picture of the Hunter to my one friend, hoping he'll play it with me, and then he'll play it when I'm at work.
That's funny.
It's ignorant.
It's funny.
He's played it with me once, and I've seen him play it 3 different times while I'm on my lunch break.
If I do say so myself.
And then I'll send him a picture, and he'll just be like, and then launch Siege.
No, maybe he wants you to play Siege.
He wants me to carry him in rank because he's terrible.
No, why not carry him in rank?
Fine.
I can't handle it.
You can't handle it? You get too mad?
Yeah, because like he's such a chill dude. Like he's one of the most chill guys I know, and it's like I want to scream at him. Like he's got a 0.3 KD in 100 matches. For
I'm probably
perspective,
worse.
No, you're not. I have a 1.4. I've never seen anybody with a lower KD than him. He's in the bottom 3% in the world, according to R6 Tracker.
I'm interested in opening the game just to see what my KD is.
You don't even. I can. It only tells you your KD for like that season in ranked, but I can see on R6 Tracker your lifetime KD. What's your Ubisoft name?
She had to take care of.
I don't even remember. Armacane 10, probably.
In those words. She did, yes.
Because that was made back when I went by that moniker.
Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Okay.
Oblith, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
Oh, you in a hurry and all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off.
Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now. Thank you, Obelith. Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canberra has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the going-ins on the free cities, by which I have learned the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Tellerman's projects to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their docks, no matter how deserted. And if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle. There we go.
Trouble in Canberra. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now.
What?
But next time you plan on visiting...
I tapped back in because I heard geese coming into the decoys and I just shot them good.
Nice.
Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind
Yeah,
of
I
fun.
couldn't find your
Everyone
account.
pitching in, all that
You want
bollocks.
to Ubisoft Connect
when we
and
built this
your
place.
names are dash Kane.
Right.
I typed that in.
I must have changed it.
We all set to head to the old
And
hideaway. I
it
could do with
doesn't show
getting
me
to
any
Canberra pretty
results.
sharpish.
Huh.
Wouldn't do to keep Lord
Weird.
Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be
I'm
leaving
gonna go
with me.
look at my friend's Katie right now.
You mind the place while we're gone?
Regardless, I
Just to-
guarantee you I'm trash.
Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Most people usually sit between a 0.7
by the
and a
way,
1
Jill will be joining
KD.
us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling
Let's
the
take a
truth
look at his
least.
last matches. Let's see if he's been improving. He went 0-3 today. Yesterday he went 2-8. On May 25th he went 9-11. That's pretty good actually. For like that's a 0.8 KD.
Yeah.
On May 23rd he went 0-10. On May 22nd he went 7-24. Yeah. Basically, he gets 0 kills half of the time.
Mhm.
Well, Sid.
I'm probably better than him, but I'm still not good at the game.
But if no one is listening to
I
what
can't
you have
even
to
fault
say,
him.
may as well not say it.
Because, so, he doesn't have good game sense. And then his setup is trash.
Hmm.
His setup is he lays in bed, has his keyboard on his stomach, and his mouse on his bed. And then it's up. He's got a flat screen TV in front of him.
And I'm assuming no headphones.
No, he's got headphones.
Dang.
If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have
Hey,
done
it's
something
not the
for us.
worst then.
But he listens
could be
to
using a
music while
speaker.
playing Siege.
Yeah, that's still better than just running speakers.
Life has a
Who do you know that lays down and plays video games on computer? That's insane.
So we must live while we have the chance.
I have a Steam
Every
Deck for
time-
that.
Every time
Not as slaves
a new friend plays with them, I'm like, Cody, you gotta tell this guy what your setup is.
May we join you?
Didn't expect to
Lady
see Karen here.
What a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on.
That one got brain
And
shotted.
soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these.
So our mission remains unchanged.
Yeah, so
we cannot
excited
stop
to see
until
the
every
Alberta
mother
map
crystal is
come
gone,
out.
and their thirst for ether with them.
It's gonna be amazing.
The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the crystalline
19
dominion.
species on it.
Our next target.
We're going to inside.
Beavers.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance. You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan. Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Scout ahead
Already
like
on my way,
always, yep.
Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
When's the next time we plan on doing some more Dead Rising?
Yeah, we gotta do that. I just honestly haven't streamed it all.
Yeah, you
Sick.
gonna stream the FNAF chapter when that comes out?
Maybe. I don't know. It's just-
I might actually
I just-
stream some Dead by Daylight for it when it comes out.
I just haven't really had the time or been in the mood. It's like
Alright.
I lost a close friend and dealing with some other stuff, and on top of all that, I have work.
Yeah.
So I just haven't really streamed.
How are you feeling?
What?
Better.
Oh, it kept my mark. I'd rather it not have.
Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Ignore him.
That's entirely fair, though.
trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Oh, we're gonna get rushed by bandits, are we?
Making me want to play Siege.
How did what I say make you think about Siege?
Because one of the most played operators is named Bandit.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky
No,
to make it out
me
alive.
mentioning bandits was enough to make you think about that.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh yeah,
Why?
because it's
There's
like
trouble up ahead.
the only person I play.
And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Just kidding, that's the only person Logan plays.
I see.
What about this fearsome-looking fella?
I play Vigil,
Think he'd be equal to the task?
Castle, and Legion.
No doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My
I
brother
don't
and have
remember.
been
Or I don't know
tasked with
who
finding
I'd play
merchants' missing
nowadays.
carts. You seen it by any chance?
How does
I
a
would have
merchant
seen a.
misplace his cart?
Yeah.
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down
That
the
was a
road.
sky blast.
We may have seen our share of action, true,
Mm.
but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, the game crashed. Again.
Oh. That's tough.
I'm gonna go make like a sandwich real quick, and then I'll be back and continue. Pause my recording and play just a
Facts.
little bit more.
True. I don't have work tomorrow, so it's probably gonna be a late-ish night for me, although I was up at 2:30 this morning.
You woke up at 2:30 this morning, or you were like still up at 2:30?
I woke up.
Hmm.
So what do you think?
That was ass.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Bocklad.
Yeah, I woke up at 2:30 and I just could not stop sniffling.
Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right.
I fell back asleep
don't
around
expect me to drag the
5:30
cart
and I
out of
woke
there
up at 7
myself.
to go to work.
No, no. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in
Light
the
work,
right
right?
direction. You do that.
Yeah,
I had a
light
nice
work, no
early
reaction.
day.
The rest.
Nice early day, got off at 3:30.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take...
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
I had the wrong ability equipped. Well, that guy got
Must be our bandits.
smitten.
Is it demitted or demoted?
Demoted.
Spited!
Oh no, I don't write the English language. I hardly speak it.
Alright, boys, with the 20 gauge.
I'd have killed him had I not accidentally used my lightning. Sorry, he's going for a third. Those bandits weren't very hard.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
They're gonna jump us.
It'll be a nightmare.
Seems we found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I'm not sure we should help them out next time, but that's fine.
I see the Dalnecks lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold at least. The path continues on the other side.
That was poo-poo.
What was?
I went AFK. I came back, there was like 6 of them just sitting in the decoys. And then I seen some more coming. Like, I don't like shooting them on the ground. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I find it more fun to shoot them in the air. So I was waiting for the couple more to land while like get close enough to shoot in the air. And the ones on land got scared and flew away, which caused the ones in the air to get scared, and they just didn't come in.
I see.
So, but I ended up shooting one flying away on the ground, but they were like super far away, so.
So this is Zemeckis.
That is a pretty waterfall.
The land of the gods.
You know it.
It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
I'm really hoping it gets a little bit warmer here soon.
I hope it gets a little cooler here.
Oh, my plants
Tell the
need
truth. I always thought
warmth.
it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could.
Yeah, there's just no convincing him.
He thought it good for my education.
Convincing
He
who?
won't come play.
You really
Oh.
were
Friend,
a
he won't
boy
come
like
play. He
any
wants me
other,
to play
weren't you?
Siege. And I don't want to play Siege.
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Seat of the Imperial Court.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have.
Why would you do
Emperor
that?
Olivier shall rebuild the Holy
Why
Empire
not?
of Sambrec.
You gave it to a child.
No.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power.
Now he's playing Skylanders. That's great.
What's wrong with Skylanders?
Not further. Not one.
I find you
one problem at all.
much changed.
We're gonna have to start going back
The
into
path
the
you wish to tread?
Hunter official
Or are these
Discord.
the ambitions of another? Of
I met a
ultimate,
lot of people through there. It's just the problem is like
what nonsense.
half of them I can't understand them. Like I was talking to a
speak my
Scottish guy and
my
I just
mind
didn't
only.
understand what he's saying to me half the time. Like I'm not very good at
Though I do owe
understanding
Annabella
accents.
thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the
Or they're a
nature of
little
nation,
kid and it's like,
rule,
okay, well I want to get out of here.
and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrec, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
Yeah, a lot of Europeans like this game.
Insolent wretch!
I've met lots of Americans though.
You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire.
Let's see. Oh, everybody's asking to play on Xbox
This
right
audience
now.
is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion.
You know,
For
when
a
the
base-born child to be
DVD
chosen
chapter
by the
comes
heart
out.
is miracle enough.
What about
I think
Risen
PTB.
high on his wings.
the PTB's
You
out?
shall
Yeah.
rise no higher, lest your
I don't know when
impure
it comes
blood
out.
stain the throne.
What
Right,
do
like a
you
week or
know of
something.
my blood?
I played the 2v8 once, which is sad because it's my favorite game mode.
I didn't play it at all.
I don't know if it's done yet. I'm not sure. It's the best game mode, in my opinion.
The Boklab markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
And like, in my opinion, I do believe they have to rotate it because if they keep like all the different game modes on, then it's gonna take forever to find games.
Yeah, and fracture the fan base
His
too
Radiance
much.
has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well trained and increasingly battle hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
I can't climb that.
Ain't no mountain high enough.
I can walk from here.
How'd that make you think of that?
This is
Okay.
where we're supposed to meet goods,
Don't
isn't it?
ask
That's right.
questions.
He said he'd wait for us here after
You have to
replenishing his supplies.
understand
I dare say
that
he'll have
my
finished by
mind
now.
is all over the place.
What's all over the place? Sorry.
Me carry your goods.
My mind.
Your mind.
Yes.
What are you looking for?
I will not take the enhancer. I will buy the meteorite.
You've a discerning eye. You're welcome anytime.
Out of my sight, wretch. I've no use for a brand you can't even fill.
I think I will call it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll see everyone next time.